Hello and welcome to another episode of Tavern Watch Plays Daggerheart. This is our second episode of a game in the Motherboard setting, and it's already pretty interesting. I'm going to ask our players to introduce themselves, starting with you, Joan.
Oh, okay, so I'm playing Lithyen of Redcanyon. She's a Nightwalker rogue. She is a faun who was born kind of out in the hinterlands. Doesn't quite get all this technology stuff, but she does her best.
And Matt?
Hi, I'm Ishvit. Okay, yeah, I'm not supposed to get excited. I'm a giant. I'm not like too big. I'm only 8 feet tall. But you know, I'm growing, so we'll see where I get. I punch things, and I think about how to punch things more, but you don't want to get excited. Very important. Yeah, that's enough for now.
Okay, Nick.
I am playing Tavin, the Order-born human Seraph, who has dedicated his life to helping the people of the Echo Vale.
And Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil, and I am playing Laplace Cadmus, a Wonderborn elf warlock. Definitely has devoted his life to serving something. It's definitely a voice in his head that's...
It's 100% real.
It's absolutely real.
Completely legit.
She's very real. She gave me these magic powers. I mean, technological powers that act like magic.
So, Matt, would you give us a little summary of what happened in our last session?
Yeah, so like Tavin got a note, and he was like, I gotta go talk to the important people. So we went to Motherboard, which is big. I didn't know it was that big. I mean, I knew it was big because you can see it from like, you know, ways away. Like when we were walking back from the Remnant's Fury, Taliesin would go, that's Motherboard. And I'd be like, whoa, that's big. So we went there and we found out that there's people that don't like the Motherboard and they want us to, I guess, unplug her. I don't know how that works. And there's people who are looking for Lithyen, and I suggested that we find them and convince them not to be looking for her anymore. But she was like, no, that'll just make them want to look for me even more. And I was like, I could punch them to death. And Tavin was like, you don't have to don't be excited. You shouldn't want to punch people to death. So I'm like, okay, so if I don't really want to do it, it's okay. And he was like, that's a good point. And then we met the prophetess, and she was like, yeah, you're absolutely not allowed to go into the Motherboard. And then she started like going, but I need you to go into the Motherboard. But don't tell anybody that I told you to do that. And we were like, okay, so how do we do that? And she's like, well, you can climb up, but there's a bunch of guys up there, and you might have to punch them. Or you can go out to this valley and go underground, and that way, if there's anything that you have to punch, nobody will care.
That was a great summary. That actually got everything.
Oh, and I picked up Laplace, and I was carrying him around for a little while, but I shouldn't have been, because that ignores his sovereignty as a living being. So I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't just pick people up and carry them around like dolls.
Yes, personal space, Ishvit.
Yeah, I was sorry about that.
You know, when you're a giant, it's everyone looks kind
He's so cute. He got pointy ears, and he's just...
I do have pointy ears.
I tuck my ears under my hood.
So you head out of the city, and as you go, certainly, again, the Seraphs standing guard, and frankly, all of the priests around the Motherboard, they definitely clock you. They're watching you. It was very unusual that you were called to meet the prophetess, and everyone's curious. Everyone's curious. When you were speaking with her, she did say, there are a lot of gossips here. They all want to know what's happening, but they're all too well-behaved to come and pester you about it. But there's certainly an air of curiosity. So you work your way out of the city, through the crowds, and back into the wastes surrounding it. You have a few hours to get far enough out to where the canyons open up, and Is there anything anyone wants to do or talk about on the way out?
On the way out, it might be good to lay a false trail, make people think we're not going where we're going.
Not very obviously going to the valleys that border the Motherboard for.
Yeah, we could like, go to some place where we could purchase supplies for, as if we were going out on a long journey, a pilgrimage.
Hey, Ishvit,
There,
what are the top 3 places you would like to go to that's not here?
Oh, home, but
Okay.
because I haven't been back in a while, and I worry that my dads are possibly still frozen. I mean, I know they're still frozen, but somebody wouldn't help me read code so that I could get them out.
I told you I can't do it all the time.
Yeah, but we could have just stayed there until you figured it out. You're too cute. I don't want to argue with you right now.
What about the other 2?
I don't actually know anything, so I don't want to go back to Argent, because the last time I was there, every robot rose up and tried to kill us, and I had to spend like 2 months fighting my way back out to home. I liked Redcanyon. I'm sorry, it was pretty. I know you got.
Yeah,
There's lots of reasons you wouldn't want to go there, but yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to Redcanyon. And maybe while we're there, we can find those people and punch them again. I'm sorry, they really need to get punched.
Anyone who would like to can make a knowledge roll to think about where might be a good direction to fake you're going.
All right. I mean, I don't have knowledge as a thing, so I'll just roll.
I mean, you can try and we'll see.
I'll try it too.
Okay, that's a 1 and a 12, so 13 on fear.
Okay.
So
The
that's
12
a
was my fear die.
12 and an
Yeah.
8 with hope, and I got knowledge +1.
Okay. Was anyone else going to roll, or is that it?
No,
I think they've got it covered.
Okay. So Tavin, you know that there is an oracle far, far up in the north, up on the very kind of on the rise of the mountains. And the oracle and the rest of the Motherboard Church don't always get along, but it is the sort of person you might want to consult about ideas around the religious technology of the Vale. You also know that off to the northwest in the valley, there is a vast library that you may be able to find. You may be able to convince the scholars to give you information. Either of those might be reasonable places to go after this to convince people you might be going. They might be places where the prophetess might send you, realistically.
Tavin turns back to Ishvit and says, while we're in the city, I want you to tell people, or I want you to talk about how excited you are to go to a walking city on legs.
There's a walking city on legs?
It's filled with books that I like to read, but yes, it is a walking city. It's got 8 legs.
So even though it's boring, it's a walking robot city on legs?
Yes.
So it's not that boring.
Of
Okay.
course not.
All right. Cool.
Just while we're in the city,
I turn to the nearest
loud as you
person as
can.
we're passing by. Like, is there somebody? Do you know about this robot city? It's a city on legs. Did you know about that?
They all kind of look at you. There are several wandering cities.
There's several of them.
Well, probably the best known wandering city is the Carrowcroft Walkaway, which is a large walking mech. It is hostile to everyone. They are raiders who take and.
Are we going to that city?
No, we're not going there today.
No, we're
But
going to the
yes,
one that has coloring books.
We're going to the one with books. Sorry. Whichever one has books is the one we're going to. Please be aware of this.
So it's
Wow.
it's an insular city, you would know, and but yeah, it's a place you might find knowledge. So
We're not going to the
and-
robot city of violent pirates. Although now that I think about it, that sounds cool too. But we're going to
Maybe
the one
later.
with books.
I'll take you someday, I promise.
You can probably punch people on the way. Or when we get there.
I was gonna say when we get there, Shirley.
Yeah.
I'm not calling you Shirley.
Beat me to it.
Yes.
oh boy.
Yeah, Ishvit
So-
tells like 75 people this. At this point, you think Ishvit might actually think you're going to the robot city.
So make me a presence roll.
Ooh, that's where I'm a negative
And-
Viking.
No, well, because you are very loud and very enthusiastic, I will let you make this roll with advantage. And I believe advantage lets you add a d6 to this.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You are correct.
You're correct.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 5 and a 7. So 12 plus 3. So 15 with hope.
Okay. So and you get a hope because you rolled with hope. So you have an additional hope.
So now I'm up to 5 hope.
I don't think I missed telling anyone on any of our rolls.
Nope.
No, I'm just
Nope.
making sure that I'm writing it down properly.
Yeah. So everyone in the group has a pretty good feeling. You make an impression as you were heading out.
We are good at that.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do on their as you start this journey?
Well, this ruse seemed pretty effective, but as we turn to head down our correct path, I want to keep an eye peeled for anybody who might just be deciding to follow us anyway.
Okay. Make an instinct roll.
Oh, that's my best one.
Aw.
Well, I mean, anyone who wants to also make a roll or to provide assistance.
I don't feel like I would think of it.
Could I spend a hope to use
I
one
definitely
of my
think of it.
experiences?
Yeah.
I have one called.
What are you gonna do?
I have one called "Lived Through Worse Than This."
Okay.
Which I was
Yeah.
thinking kind of in this case is kind of representing like keeping my eye out for threats. Well, I didn't before, and now I've learned what to watch for.
hmm
All right, so
Yeah,
that'll
how do
be
we assist in this system?
just
Do you spend a hope? I think you spend a hope, and then you get an extra d6.
I'll do it.
Or is it a d6 or is it a +1?
let me see. And
We are still learning.
Actually, I have an ability that I can spend a hope to use. Let's see. Okay, no, I don't think that would help in this situation.
Yeah, it adds a d6 advantage.
Okay, yeah, let's
I'll give
go
you
with it.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2d12 plus a d6 plus 2, so that handful of dice. You love it.
Ah, such a sound.
Alright, so that is a 12 on the
Cat.
hope die, a 1 on the fear die, and a 4 on the advantage. 17, 19 total.
That is a great roll. On that roll, you definitely see that it looks like there's someone who is trying to follow you.
Gonna kind of nudge Tavin since he's Tavin and Lithyen since the subtle ones kind of heads up. We got a tail.
Yeah, I will go
It's-
ahead and become
Uh,
cloaked
you-
at this point.
You see them in the distance, and they're wearing a cloak, trying to blend in with their environment, but they're not. Yeah, the cloak blends in, but they are not doing a very good job of being stealthy. They're kind of clumping around and not using cover as well as they could. Maybe not used to this.
I'd like
Maybe
to
not.
hide somewhere and wait for them to
Okay.
get close to see who they are.
Do you just want to wait and watch, or are you thinking of waiting and ambushing them, or
Probably wait and watch at first.
okay? What is everyone else going to do?
I mean, I feel like I'm the easiest to spot of the group. So if anyone bothered to tell me what was going on, I'm deliberately continuing to walk to basically be followed. If no one told me, then I just keep walking because I don't know there's anything going on.
Yeah, I think maybe slow our pace a little so we don't get too far away from Lithyen.
Mhm.
So we don't
Okay.
have
Do
to,
you
like,
tell me
turn
that,
our-
or do you tell me that, or do you distract me?
Yeah, I think I'll lean over and go, all right, don't make it obvious, but we're going to slow down just a bit.
Okay.
We're being followed.
So Lithyen, give me a finesse roll to see how well you are hiding.
So actually, anytime that I would be hidden, I am instead
Okay.
cloaked. So if I'm successful in this, they can't see me even if they're in range.
Okay.
So that is, I can't math all of a sudden, 19 with fear.
Okay. Delicious, delicious fear I'm collecting. A 19 with fear. You kind of hide amongst rocks, and there's kind of scrubby greenery here that you're able to sneak behind very easily and conceal yourself. This person walks through. They're broad-shouldered, wearing a thick cloak that covers them, and it's the colors of the environment around you. So they're dressed to blend in.
Do I recognize them?
I don't think you do. No.
And what sort of creature are they?
They are. They're an elf, and they are armed. They're armed with a sword of some kind, but they're bundled up in this cloak to try and keep themselves hidden. So.
Okay, I'm going to wait till he's passed a little bit, then go around and hurry back to the group.
Okay.
So at this point, we're just walking, albeit a little bit slowly, while Lithyen is waiting for him to pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Tavin's keeping an eye on Lithyen and the cloaked figure, more so Lithyen just to make sure. And is there a? Do we notice that they have passed her position and continue to follow us, or has that not happened?
I will say that you are aware of what's going on, so you're kind of keeping an eye, particularly, I'm forgetting character names over here, particularly Phil, because you clocked them in the first place. You are kind of keeping half an eye, being subtle about it. So yes, you know this person has walked past and is continuing to slowly follow you.
I'm gonna whisper to Laplace. So, how do you want to handle our friend?
Well, we could just turn around and ask them what they want, because they don't seem to be making a very good effort to stay hidden.
They're trying, but I rolled a 5.
As I said.
The dice determine how good anyone is at anything.
How crowded is it around us right now?
It is really not. The crowds, the farther you get away from the city, the crowds start to dissipate. So you have some travelers coming and going, making their way to the motherboard, but it's pretty sparse.
And can I roll to see, or to notice where the nearest Seraph on a tower is?
I would say give me a give me an instinct roll.
All right, that's a crit, a 3 and a 3.
Well, that certainly works. You do notice that kind of behind you to the right is one of the last towers along this route, and this person following you is coming at you from the other side. They're behind you, but on your left side. So the tower's sort of opposite them.
Okay.
And I'll say you're in far distance from it, so it's a little behind you, but it's a fair. Well, it'd be like a turn of running to get back to it, or a couple of turns of walking calmly.
I was gonna look at Laplace and say, "Ready whenever you are."
Yeah. At that, I'm gonna kind of. I think so. We're in kind of like the area outside of this.
Yeah, you're really just outside.
Okay, so I kind of want to turn the group around a corner so that he sees like, oh, we've gone around a corner, but thinks he's still following us, and then let's just wait for him to get here. As soon as this guy gets here, I'm gonna be like, going somewhere, friend?
Are you trying to stay in range of the tower, or get closer to the tower, or anything like that?
I ideally want the tower out of sight in case in case this gets violent. Besides, if we want to Seraph on a tower, we can just put Tavin on top of Ishvit. It's fine.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
I've been trying to figure out how to introduce fastball specials to this whole thing.
Found it.
Well, there is a move where you can tag team with an ally if you so desire, and if you have enough hope. So you've turned a corner. You are waiting for this person to approach. All of you are together. Is anyone doing anything while they wait? Anyone getting ready to do something?
I'm checking my hands to make sure I don't have any open things on them. It's kind of gross. You hit somebody with open thing, and then you get blood on them. It's not cool.
Tavin's moved his cloak so that his wings will have an easier time spreading should he need them, and just we're in a ready and waiting position.
Okay, well, this gentleman rounds the corner. in their cloak. He's still not being very stealthy. He kind of clumps around the corner, looking left and looking right, and then he clocks all of you. You're impossible to miss. He kind of takes a step back in surprise. He did not expect you to be right here.
Surprise.
I'll pop up behind him, I think.
Oh, behind him? Okay.
I won't say anything yet, but that's where I am.
He takes a slow look around him and draws his sword. Is anyone doing anything at this point?
You gonna stab all 4 of us?
Well, you
Taven's
this is just what happens. Y'all get to respond.
I mean, that's what I say. I seriously say,
Oh.
are you gonna stab all 4 of us? I mean, we're not gonna just stand here and let you.
Taven's just gonna hold up the hand, not holding his Iconis, try to de-escalate, and just say, wait, think about this. We just want to talk.
Dude.
Why are you following us?
I am looking for someone, and he has his eyes on Lithyen.
Why do you think we can help you?
Well, one of you is the someone I'm looking for.
Well, you found her.
Conversely, as he says that, as LaPlace says that, Tavin will say, or you haven't found her, and you keep looking somewhere else.
Sounds good to me.
And at this point, you see 4 other people come around the corner. I am going to spend a pile of fear. They are all carrying swords.
A pile of.
It's
The only appropriate term.
I had some fear, now I have less fear.
But now we have fear.
I mean,
I am so not excited about this.
You can get a little excited.
Yeah, Taven's gonna move his cloak back and extend his wings. Now's the time to be excited.
I did not have bounty hunters on my list.
so let's see these. So they are going to. This new group of 4 is going to act because I have spent some fear. Haha. They are going to. They're going to go for Lithyen. And they've rolled very poorly to hit her. That's an 8. And we are matching their attack with your evasion score.
Yeah,
I think
that
that
is.
hits you. So yes, they come at you from, but they've come up from behind you, and they come and swing at you, but you are just too fast. You have been expecting from that earlier warning that maybe something is going to happen. Your senses are on high alert. You just dodge out of the way, and they kind of come at each other in a pile, being a little discombobulated. And the other one says, "Oh, can't hire good help anymore." And I will say the story passes back to you. Who would like to go for it?
I'll step up, so I'm just gonna kind of extend my hand and go, "Yep, next time spend more." And the floss is going to pull his Iconis out of it's holstered. It takes both hands. It almost looks like 2 like I've described it as looking like a cross between like a magic wand and a conductor's baton, and he has 2 of them. And both of them just kind of light up, and he kind of makes kind of a gesture at this first guy who came around the corner. I'm going to attempt to use on him, which
Okay.
all right, make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. He's definitely within far.
Yeah.
That is a presence 15.
That is enough.
Okay. And that, sorry, it's a 13 with hope. I should clarify. 7 and 6.
Okay, yes. So you do gain a hope doing this.
Okay. So I will gain me a hope, and he will take 6 tech damage. And then the next time he attacks somebody, that damage is reduced by 1d6.
Yeah, his damage is reduced.
Yes, his damage is
Yeah?
reduced by 1d6.
Okay.
So as the as the plus kind of makes like this kind of like a swooshy wave with his little wands, ambient nanomachines kind of swarm this guy and begin just kind of eating away at his trying to eat into his weapon, make it less effective. But also some of them land on him, and it's kind of gray goo, nasty effect. So
he sort of swats at them, but it doesn't do anything. So who is going to be working next at this?
I'm gonna just go past the dude who was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just gonna just walk past him and head to the fore.
Okay.
And I am going to use forceful push,
Okay.
which is
Now there are 4 of them, so yeah.
I know. I don't have to get within melee range to hit them because I am a giant.
Okay.
So I can punch them from not from melee, but from very close.
Okay.
So I'm actually technically a little bit outside of melee range, as I literally just pick one and I'm gonna just punch them.
Okay. Now give me a roll.
Okay. It's 11 and 12, so 23 plus 2 because that's my instinct.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. When I hit him, since I used force push, I've dealt the damage, and he also gets knocked back a further.
How much damage is this?
My attacks with my fists are D10 plus 1. So, and actually, no, it's because I did the insight. It's actually plus 2. Sorry.
Okay, so give me a roll.
7 plus 2 is 9. So yeah,
Okay.
9, and then he gets pushed back from very close out to close.
So you go in swinging. You punch this guy, and he flies backwards into another one of them, and they both crumple to the ground. You have knocked them out of the fight.
Oh, I succeeded with hope, so actually he takes another d6, but that's fine because you already said he was knocked out of the fight.
Well, roll the d6.
2.
Okay.
So he gets 2 more. It was like 11. No, it was 9. So now it's 11.
You actually get 3 of them with that. Same thing. You kind of manage to hurl one of them back, and he goes through another 2, knocking through them and sending 3 of them to the ground. There's just one left, and he is not looking very confident.
I just want you to know I'm not enjoying this as much as I could be.
Okay.
So you said there's one up still?
There is one of these little minions up, and there is
the boss man guy is still up too.
Boss guy is still up. Yes.
Okay, so since
one little guy, one big guy.
Since Tavin was talking to the boss guy, I think I want to spend a hope to use this experience to add a +2, and that experience is violence is never the answer, but sometimes it is. And
that's fair. That's fair.
It's specifically he tried to get him to walk away, and he didn't listen. So
perfectly symmetrical violence never solved anything.
And we're going to use just the Iconostaff as a blunt object. So we are hitting with, that is a 9 plus 2, 11 with hope.
Okay. That does not hit him.
Oh god, come on.
So you try to come in with your Iconis and take a swing at him, but he dodges just out of the way. You'll have to try harder than that.
Oh, sure, I will.
Go on.
So my Iconis is actually...
don't forget to give yourself a hope, because you rolled with hope.
Yay! I'm back at...
And I think that goes for both you, Matt, and you, Nick. You give yourself another hope. Also, everyone remember your maximum hope is 6. If you get more than that, it dissolves into the ether. So, spend your hope!
So my Iconis is actually built as a pair of gloves with a bunch of chains attached to them that kind of retract. I'm going to put it out in... It's called Thorn Grips, but I'm gonna use it in not thorny mode, like the hooks are retracted. They're just kind of little weights at the end of the chains.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and hit him with this. All right. Let's see. So, okay. Proficiency is for the damage dice. So it's just my finesse, I believe. So it makes 13 with fear.
So 13 does not hit. You're looking for a 14. I'll just let everybody know to hit. So you go at him, and again, he sort of slides out of the way at the last minute. And now I'm going to have him take a move. And he is again going for Lithyen. Yeah, that is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
And he has a -1 to his attack or to his damage.
He has a negative 1d6 to his damage.
-1d6. Okay, you want to roll the d6 for me?
I'd love to. It's a
It's a 3. So he has a that is 9 points of damage to you.
So that's 2 HP since my threshold is 511, right?
Yes, that would be 2 HP unless you can spend a point of armor to reduce that down by a threshold and only take
that's
1
true.
if you want to spend the armor.
I will spend the armor.
So yes, you take a 1 HP in damage. There we are. Are you all paying attention yet?
Yes.
It strikes me as I say that this guy is not very intelligent, is he?
Is it our turn now? Because he said that after he hurt my friend.
Yes, go on.
What about
I am going to
What about
punch
the
him
minion?
into the ground. I don't care. My friend got hurt. Yeah, I'm going to punch him into the ground.
Okay.
8 and an 8. So that's 16, but it's also a crit because it's 2 8s. Sorry, I keep forgetting that.
Yes, that does. That definitely hits.
Okay.
Is that
Before I deal any
crit?
damage to him,
Uh-huh.
I am now going to roll my combo die because I am
Okay.
combo striking him.
Okay.
So yeah, I get first one's a D4. Okay, so that's a 3. I have to roll the second one. Yeah, it's only a 2. So no, so it's just the 4, the 3, and the 2 get counted. So you take all of them, and now I add them
And
to the value. You roll the combo die, with 3 and a 2, so I add 5 to my weapon damage that I'm about to roll. And
Okay, so for a crit, you roll the full damage. It's the full damage of the weapon plus a roll.
Okay, so
it's like
1d10
1
plus 2, it's 1d10 plus 2 when I punch things because it's
So-
an instinct attack. So that's
so
12.
it's 12 damage, and
Yeah.
then you roll for the next damage.
Okay, so give me 1 second. That's a 6. Yeah, so another 6. You get do they get the plus 2? Like because it's insight? Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
8,
the
so
usual
8.
damage of your weapon roll.
Yeah, so it's an 8 for the actual roll. So that's 12, then 8, so 20 plus 5.
Do you have a total there?
Yeah, 25 all told.
25 with the combo strikes.
Yes.
Okay, that is.
And then I'm spending
that's-
3 hope
Okay. Okay.
because he now gets a
smash.
stress. He is now
Okay.
staggered, and all attack rolls he makes are a disadvantage.
Okay.
And that's down. I'm down to 3 hope. Because you kept telling me I had to spend hope, and I hadn't been.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
mean, you should. Hope is a resource that you should spend. Yes, that's the point of it.
So now he is staggered, so everything he
Okay.
does is a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
And he has got a stress, and
Right.
I hit him for 25 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him pretty good. He is not looking great. He is not looking great.
I don't like you, and I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, that's fair because I don't like you very much either.
Was it the part where she punched your guts out?
Yeah, that.
That'll happen.
Who's up?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
I can take a swing at him again.
Somebody should go for
Yeah,
Liz
take a
Spence
swing.
of Fear and goes.
Yeah.
There we go. That's probably not going to hit anything. That's an 8. That's a 10 with hope.
No, but you do gain a hope. So you go at him again. He dodges out of the way.
Quit ducking!
Okay. Taven's gonna use one of his abilities, Bolt Beacon, and basically it is a ranged attack, 2d8 plus 2 tech, and what it will do is, I had it up on too many pieces of paper, and blah, 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 excuse me. All right, make a spellcast roll against a target within far range. On a success, spend a hope. to send a bolt of shimmering light toward them, dealing 2d8 plus 2 magic damage using your proficiency. But in this case, it's not magic, it is tech, so we will roll.
Yep, go for it.
That is going to be an 18 with hope,
That hits, and you earn a hope.
and that hope is immediately going to be spent. So he points his Iconus towards the this guy, and out towards the end of it is a mechanical dart with a with a light beacon at the end of it that shines brightly, letting him know where their position is.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a 2d8 plus 2 tech. That's going to be 6 plus 5, 11 plus 2 is 13, and plus 1, which is my or plus 2, which is my spell casting proficiency, which is which is 15 total, and that target it becomes temporarily vulnerable and glows brightly until this condition is cleared. And I think in this case, vulnerable means advantage against.
I am going to say that is enough to knock him down. How do you want to describe how you take this guy out?
So as the dart comes out of Tavin's Iconus, it shoots with so much force that when it hits him in the chest, and the kinetic impact knocks the wind out of him. It's a pretty big dart.
Okay, and he was not looking good after taking these punches and those nanobots that hit him and his weapon. He crumbles onto the ground, falling on his back, and his eyes roll back into his head, unconscious. At this point, the last of his little cell swords, he's been frozen here watching all of this. He turns and runs.
Don't!
He's running!
I can't do anything right now, so.
What?
Tell me when I can act. If I can act before he's out of range.
Joan, you have not gone in this turn, such as we have turns.
Sorry, didn't realize I left my mic off after the kids were making noise. So he's within very close range, I assume, where I can get him that close.
He's started to make a run for it, so he's running as fast as he can. I will say he is in far range.
If I run, can I get that close?
You can if you so desire. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that and give it another go with the thorn grip.
Okay.
Okay. So 9 plus finesse is 11. 11 to hit.
With hope or fear, that does hit.
Oh yes. With hope.
Okay, so you gain a hope. It hits, and I'm going to tell you it's going to be enough to take him down. So you want to describe how you do that?
Yeah. So right before the thorns hit, I'll open them up so that I'll catch his clothing, and then yank him back, and he sort of hits the ground, and his head bounces and just kind of stuns him and puts him out.
Yeah, so he is on the ground. There is no one left on the field of battle.
So what do people do to bounty hunters around here?
Probably nothing.
Go through his pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. He has, he does have a chip with quantum on it. You assume it's going to have quantum on it. He has a long sword. And
is that like an actual sword or is it an Iconus?
It is an Iconus. Oh, I guess I should clarify because Iconus are bonded to people. So yes, it's an Iconus, but it is in the form of a sword.
So we can't take that from him because it's bonded to him?
I believe you can't use it.
I could throw it. I could throw it in some direction and just.
I think you could throw it in the garbage if that's what you wanted to do, such as you say, throw it in some direction out of his reach.
Yeah, the jungle is around here somewhere, right? Aren't we in forest or something?
You're kind of in a scrubby grassland. It's.
I'm gonna pick the direction with the most shrubs.
Okay, it's rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure that this is as inconvenient an experience for them as possible.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm gonna toss that thing into the most shrubby, broken rocky, just hard to see things, hard to find things area I can see. I'm just going to
Okay.
throw it as far as I can.
Okay, you do that thing.
Which is pretty far for you.
You are making a real effort, so it has gone really far into the scrub and behind a sort of towering formation of rocks. So you can't see where it landed. It's somewhere.
So
To wake him up
after
and ask questions, I guess.
It might be useful to know, like exactly who sent them and where they were supposed to take me if they caught me.
is there a tree around us?
Yeah, you can find a tree, or you were kind of in you're kind of in a little ruined area outside of town, which you've ducked around a corner, but in ducking around a corner, you were like ducking behind a sort of half-broken wall that maybe used to be a building or a fortification of some kind.
Oh, cool. Let's tie him up. I've got 50 feet of rope as part of my basic supplies.
Okay.
And string him up upside down and ask him questions.
Okay.
Anyone have any
This
objections?
Well,
Yeah,
this
I
is no challenge for you. This is no challenge for you to do.
I mean, I'll help if you need help.
Please.
And as you string him up, you know, his cloak is sort of fallen off, and you realize this is the guy back in the crowd with all of the loud, colorful clothing who is trying to sell things to pilgrims.
Wait, the guy was trying to sell people on paper money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the paper money on him?
Oh, you know, that's a good question. Yeah, I will say it is. In addition to having like a chip which probably has some amount of quantum on it, he does have, you know, a pouch that he was carrying that has just a pack of these like scraps of paper. You've never seen anything like this. You don't know. Maybe it's a great investment.
I'm starting a fire.
I'm gonna take the pouch. I'll give him the Ishvit, and I'm gonna take some of the rest of it,
Value, right?
and then I'm gonna start slapping, like slightly slapping him in the face, just to get him to wake up.
Well, I've woken up in better places.
Oh, haven't we all? I bet you wish you turned around and walked away.
Well, everyone needs a payday out here in the wastes.
Right, my knuckles. So now you're gonna tell me who sent you.
That does seem like a pretty good idea. Yeah, I don't... He's looking at the rope that he is tied up with. So, Lithyen, you were captured by a cult. What was the cult's name?
Oh, okay. I thought that Ishvit was gonna make this up, but that ended up going
Oh,
differently.
well,
Session
I'm
0.
sorry.
If
I mean, I can do it
you
right
wanna
now
ask-
if you want.
If you want to ask Ishvit to make
yeah,
something
I do.
up, then you can.
Or I will if you can't think of
We are collaborating here. That's the point.
I mean, you had asked me specifically why I didn't leave you, and the reason I gave was that because I'd seen enough people die already. I'm going to say that the reason I got involved was initially because they had a banner that had a bunch of code I'd never seen before and didn't know what it meant. So I actually walked into their little group while they had you strapped down to whatever they were strapping you down to, and I'm like, "Hi, not to interrupt, by the way, that's weird. Could you guys what's that? What's the deal? That says closed eye, doesn't it? I think it does." And they were like, "No, it says pluck the eye out," and attacked me. So after a pretty stressful, few minutes of fighting them, I was like, okay, next time I see a group of cultists, I'll definitely remember not to ask them what they were going on about. And that's when I got you. So yeah, there's some kind of variation on the blinders or the eye pluckers or whatever you want to call them. But that's their whole deal, is they hate the idea of people knowing anything, and they want to stop them.
So yes, the blind eye cult was paying very well to return you to them.
who specifically.
You don't go and just talk to them. I was contacted through an intermediary who gave me a significant amount of quantum, which he sees one of you holding his chip, which
Yeah,
I see that is now in your possession.
Oops, did we take your quantum?
Taven's like got it between his fingers.
Yes, that is literally what you have done. Yes, that's
No, but I meant like
kind
that was her saying that to him.
No, yes, and he's saying that back. Yes, that's pretty.
I'm gonna I crouched down so that I'm at eye level with them, which
Okay.
is it's a lot of crouching for me. Like I am bent down. Like, okay, I'm not actually stupid. So how about you stop talking to me like I'm stupid?
Okay, you were asking if you had taken
I
all
did
of my
not-
money, and you
I did not ask you that question. I was being snarky. And you know what snarky is. You sell people pieces of paper. Come on.
Well,
They,
not
Just
anymore,
wait.
he doesn't.
they
Taven throws a crumpled piece of paper at the guy's head.
They
Just
could
for
have
no
appreciated
reason.
in value. They could have appreciated in value. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's that.
Where were they going to take her? Or where were you going to take her?
They wished me to meet them to the south.
There's a lot
Okay,
of,
south's
there's
a
lot
big
of south,
direction.
buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had they told me to look for wherever the May Trader caravan was currently camped, that they would have someone waiting for me there. They gave me a description that it would be an older gentleman in a blue cloak, and I would be able to find him in the largest drinking hole within the caravan. And he would provide the second half of my payment and make sure the lady got back as they wished her.
Alright, so here's how it's gonna go. Those guys killed everyone I've ever known, and I am very angry. She kind of cracks her knuckles again.
That's really nice of them.
If I don't see you again, then you and I won't have any problems, right?
That sounds that does sound like an excellent bargain. Yes.
Alright, good day. We should just leave him
Okay.
there and walk off.
Or is anyone letting me
No.
down from anyone?
Yeah, you're an enterprising young man. You'll
Taven says no and throws another piece of paper at him.
Are there
Um,
any relatively sharp rocks around here?
Oh god.
I mean, there
Oh,
are
no.
plenty of rocks. You can certainly find a sharp one if you want to.
I'm gonna put it just out of reach.
Okay.
Like, if you can figure out how to get this into your hand, and you seem pretty clever, you probably will. Then you can cut your ropes and get yourself out. Because I won't leave you to die. Because that's cruel.
That's very kind of you. I do appreciate that.
If I see you again, I'm gonna punch you harder.
I will definitely try to avoid that. Yes, I do not care for being punched. This is a very fair and generous offer, and I do appreciate it.
Don't like you. Gets
I-
up. and
I
walks
don't-
away.
I don't like any of this, so
Time
yes.
to go.
All right, let's go. We've got
Off,
places
off
to
to
be.
the library.
Time to go.
Let's go to that city with library books in it instead of the cool one with pirates.
Not the one with pirates, that's right.
Okay, so off you go.
Well, so now we've got Taven turns and says to the group. So we're still heading to the canyon, right? Unless
Yeah.
Yeah, once we're
Yeah,
out of
that's
range of that guy.
yeah.
I just
Maybe
wanted
like-
him to hear me say it because
Yeah,
he's going to
no,
get
yeah,
himself
no,
out of
he's
that thing.
It was good.
Good day.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, if we're going to think of it this way, the best place to hide from somebody is someplace that no one can go. While we're
Yeah.
in there, we can probably at least count on them not finding their way into.
You know, I got to say, personally, as somebody with 3 eyes, I find this entire cult really offensive.
That's true.
Well,
Which
they're
is why
just
you're
jealous of your
extra mad.
extras.
It's like, some giants only get one. Imagine if you only have one eye and they pull it out. That's just really evil.
Yeah. What does that have to do with knowing things? And
Well, I mean, if you can't see things, you don't know them. I guess. I mean, unless somebody just reads you a book or something.
Everyone starts walking to the canyon. Taven goes on a long diatribe about the symbolism of the eye and knowledge, and it is so incredibly boring. But it is something that just comes so natural, and he's just talking and talking,
So what does this have to do with you having
Lithyen
robot
actually
hands?
is listening.
I'm sorry?
Well, I mean, you had to give up your hands to go be the flying person, right? Like you told me this once, and I don't remember it really well, but you gave up your hands, and you weren't doing it to win a fiddle contest and impress a girl. You were just doing it to help people, right?
Well, yeah, that's
So
what
what
was
is that
expected of
related?
me.
Is that related to the eye thing? Like, do you take off your hand so you can't accidentally rip out your eye? I'm just trying to figure out where these two things go.
Well, I know the hands are part of my religious order's beliefs. People like me believe that the greatest thing we can do with our hands are not let them be idle and let them serve and help out the people of the Vale.
But right now they're very idle, right? They're in a bin somewhere.
Well, not these ones. And then Tavin raises both hands and does magic fingers, and part of doing that is showing off that the hand capabilities is one, the fingers wiggle really fast, but also they can split apart and do different things. Like the wires can come out. They can change shape into like almost needles. Basically anything that a medic would need or a healer would need to do to help patch somebody up. And then
okay, so they're scary. Okay, that's cool. Does one of them have a flashlight?
He points his pinky, and a blue light starts flickering.
That is so cool. I remember when my dads would be trying to fix up the Sanctum of Knowledge. They would be trying to fix it up, and they would constantly have me holding a flashlight for them because you can't see what you're doing in a dark tunnel full of pillar robot things. Yeah, so that's cool.
Sort of a good thing to do to distract someone touching. I don't say aloud.
You're just mouthing it to everyone but me? Because that would be a good thing to not tell me. I probably would be hurt.
Yeah. You would be, which is why I would never say that out loud to you.
Hands do that.
So you continue on, I'll say, while you've been having this conversation, you've been walking, and you have reached this canyon area. At the top of the canyon, there's trees here that kind of cover the top of the canyon, trees and a little greenery, but it's a little arid here, except for the fact that there's definitely running water somewhere below you down at the bottom of the canyon.
Well, if you want to find the lowest point, we should follow the water, because water will always go to the lowest point.
Especially since the prophet thought it might be part of a wall system.
Yeah, we had that in the Sanctum of Knowledge. There was like a bunch of water. Not only did the water cool stuff down, it would actually go through these tubes and spin things. Like just the water moving would make them turn, and that would make lights spark up. I don't know why the lights would come up, but it totally worked.
Okay, do we see an easy way down, or is it time to bust out the climbing?
Well, someone give me an instinct roll.
Ooh,
One day I'm going to remember all these names.
Okay, I have an 18 with hope.
An 18 with hope, so give yourself a hope, and you you walk up and down the side of this canyon, looking down, and you do see a part of it where it's sort of, instead of being like a steep cliff, where it gradually slopes down, and there are ledges along the way where you think you could stop and make a pretty easy go of it.
Yeah, down there, I point that out to Lithyen.
Okay, sure, we can take the easy way.
Well, I mean, for me, it's really hard to climb with the climbing gear because it's doesn't really fit.
I'm just being sarcastic.
So everyone make me... So I'm assuming you're going to try and go down.
Yeah, well, I am.
Yeah.
Taking the easy way.
I mean, he can just fly, I guess, if he wants to.
I can fly, so this is light work for me.
You're like, climbing gear, whoosh.
So everyone make me a roll, and I would say you could use agility or strength, depending on how you want to go down. Everyone is going to make this roll at advantage.
Okay, so roll a d6 as well?
Yes.
Let's see, 17 6 is 23. I've got a 23 with hope.
Yes, that is excellent. You managed to safely make it all the way down and to give yourself a hope.
Yep, I really need to find a way to spend some of these things.
If you're
Actually, I think now that I'm down at the bottom, I'm gonna try to like call up to people like, maybe like if certain handholds are like weaker than others, or which ones can support more weight, especially so like Ishvit doesn't like grab one and it crumbles out from under or something.
okay.
Does that?
Well, I don't think it actually does help.
Yeah, that's the thing. I already gave them advantage because they found the easy way down, so they cannot have double advantage, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
So,
I was about to ask, what do I do since I already have advantage on that?
You can do that for the glory of storytelling, but it does not provide any additional help.
I try.
Yeah, that's that.
I rolled a 20 with hope.
Okay, give yourself a hope, and you also safely make it down.
I rolled a 1.
Here?
Oh.
But total?
No,
Yeah,
I got 25 with fear is her.
Okay, yeah, I mean a 25 with fear gets you down. It's a little anxiety inducing because you are a little large and you're wondering.
No, she rolled it. I didn't roll it.
Oh,
I rolled a 1 and a 2, so that's a 3.
Okay.
Plus 1 is 4, and then another 1, so for a 5 total with
Okay.
fear. So I rolled a
with
5
fear.
with fear while I'm trying to climb down this thing. So yeah, I don't think much of anything is stopping me from falling off of it.
So Lithyen, you make it. You're very used to climbing. You make it down quite spryly, just slipping from one ledge to the other without any trouble. And then following you is Ishvit, and you hit. You're following her down. I mean, this should be really straightforward. You are just following her path. Except you're like one ledge down, and you go to the next ledge, and it collapses under you because you're a little larger than she is. And you slide the rest of the way, and you take 5 points of damage, that's probably under your minor threshold. That would
Yeah,
be,
it is.
That would be, I believe that falls in 1 hit point. Do I have that right?
If it's below the minor.
Okay. So you get some scrapes and bruises on the way down, but walk it off.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that, but I would totally tell you I did if I could.
It's 1. Sorry, minor is anything below. Yeah, if you reduced it to 0.
Okay, so you mark 1 hit point on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
1 hit
leaves me with
point.
7. So
I think this is probably a good time for a break.
Blizzard Watch is made possible due to the generous contributions at patreon.com/blizzardwatch. Your continued support means that this podcast site and community is able to thrive and grow. Blizzard Watch supporters enjoy exclusive benefits like early access to the podcast, a better chance at having your question answered on our podcast or the queue, and an ads-free site experience. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.